Dover Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Let's go up some heavyweights, you know, and cover your ears, cover them up, right? Because it's deafening, it's real loud what's going on. But be careful now, and it's the silence when it comes to Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz, right? We talked about this before few months back and recently, right? Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz. It's real silent around him, right? And let me tell you why. It's like you got your boy Jarrell Miller, right? Heavyweight, literally about 300 pounds. Jarrell Miller is rumored to be fighting Thomas Adamek here coming up here soon. Doesn't matter what the date is. Let's just hope that fight don't happen. Thomas Adamek is 41 years old, and he was cruiserweight. Bad boy. Now this boy can box. He went up to heavyweight. Fought, I think, Vicky Klitschko, if I'm not mistaken. One of the Klitschko's is just too small for these guys. He doesn't lose people his size really until recently. Let's say the last 8 years. But this guy in his prime was a very, very good fighter, no doubt about it. But right now, I'm messing with Jarrell Miller. Man might come in at 225. Jarrell Miller coming at 300. We don't really need to see that one, right? But you're talking Jarrell Miller, who could have went to Bulgaria and became the IBF mandatory by beating Kubrat Pulev. Didn't want to do that. We're gonna replace him with your boy Thomas Adamek. Now this is gonna be promoted by Eddie Hearn and them boys over there in Chicago. I guess they're trying to get the Polish fan base. But you do have Adam Kanaki, right? Undefeated, heavy hitter boy, about to fight Charles Martin. That's a fight y'all keep your eye on, right? Because the winner that's gonna look pretty good. Because Kanaki ain't having it. He did Arthur Spilka even better than Deontay Wilder did. Because Spilka was in that Wilder fight. Spilka was not in this Kanaki fight. He walked him down and done him in. Okay? And he's still undefeated. So this is somebody to watch and see what Charles Martin could do with this guy. But if you wanted to do a fight where Jarrell Miller had some competition, that one you probably should have took if you were worried about the Polish fan base in Chicago. Now, at the end of the day, Jarrell Miller, people who are talking about fighting the Joshuas and the Wilders of the world, this would be a perfect opportunity. Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz is there. No one will say anything. Let's just listen to the silence. All right, y'all hear it? Ain't nobody gonna call Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz. That's the phone. That's the iPhone with the dust on it. Now you got Dominique Brazil, mandatory for Deontay Wilder. Complaining Deontay Wilder ain't trying to fight him. Ain't been in negotiations. Like he ain't been on the planet. Deontay Wilder was trying to negotiate with Anthony Joshua. Everybody on the planet kind of knows that. So Dominic Brazil, hopefully he got the memo. And after that, he's dealing with Tyson Fury. He's trying to fry big fish right now. He'll get around to you. They ain't going to stay in the lobby. This is some real beef. He'll get around to you and you know it. But in the meantime, right, while he's trying to handle that business and become undisputed, there's Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz. A statement against him makes people start saying Dominic Brazil. Eric Molina doesn't do that. As much as I like Miss Molina, keep teaching, homie. But the thing is, Eric Molina is not anyone who's going to, make people say, hey, you beat Molina, you the man. Right? That's not it. Now, the win over Ugano, I love. Dominic Brazil is Brazilian, and that fight is bad. And Ugano is somebody who's going to beat up some people in a minute here. Right? It's going to be that dude. Hey, one of my favorite fighter got beat by a dude, Uga something. Right? That's going to be Uga now. Believe me, it's no joke there. This guy just got to get it together a little bit. He's missed a few things like stamina. But other than that, there's somebody to worry about. Dominic Brazil wore him down. So I know Brazil thinks he can beat Deontay Wilder. I believe him. I think he thinks he's going to maul him and take his punches and probably finish him late. That will probably be his game plan. He's big enough to do so. But right now, you shouldn't be in the mix when it comes to Deontay Wilder right now, trying to handle other things. Joshua as well. They're trying to do other things right now. Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz, a win over him is huge and everybody knows it. So that's the person to call. His iPhone got dust on it. Ain't nobody gonna call. Perfect one. Dillian White could have been did it a long time ago. I don't even have to mention Dillian White. Deontay Wilder said, fight Ortiz, you get to me. Straight away, forget all the other mandatories. Right? Nobody, that's easy. Boom, let me get rid of the old guy. I've said it over and over, right? But no one will get with him. Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz is also only in one sanctioning body at about number 4, the WBC, right? All the mysteriously disappeared from the WBA when he was number 1, right? Ain't back yet, and then none of the other ones. Now that's impossible. What sanctioning bodies wouldn't want this man representing them, right? Man, what sanctioning bodies? That means when all of them, the Agate Kabayas of the world are in 2 of them. Tom Swartz is in 2 of them, right? Otto Wallen is in 2 of them. Brian Jennings in 2 of them. It's a whole everybody's in 2 of them, at least, or maybe 3 when you start talking about the other guys, the Jarrell Millers of the world, and maybe Joseph Parkers in the world and stuff like that, Dillian White in the world. They might be in 3 or 4 of the sanctioned bodies. But Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz is known as being better than them, and he's only in 1. Do you really think that's a coincidence? Those are the kind of things that's just ridiculous to me, if you look at it. 1 sanctioned body. So at the end of the day, Chisora is looking for somebody to fight. He won't say Ortiz, right? Bermain Stavern is still sitting out there. One probably needs to get Froggy in a minute if he's gonna be fat. If you can, catch him before he gets fat, then maybe him. But no one is calling for Louis Real King Kong Ortiz, and this is just a reminder that we listen to the silence. And let's make another thing clear before we sign off, right? You got Anthony Joshua going against Povetkin, and they trying to fill the stadium. They probably are going to fill the stadium, right? Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz versus Joshua would fill the stadium too. Let's see if they might try to do that. Domo Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm about to here, y'all.